from its annual home of Indianapolis, Indiana. Welcome, everybody, to the 2024 NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Kate Scott, happy to be here with you alongside someone who went through this event himself as a player just a couple years ago, right? Mr. Brock Heward. And Brock, it is the moment all of these guys have been waiting for, a chance to compete in front of all 32 NFL teams and convince them that they should be a first-round pick.
And let me just tell you, these guys have prepared as much for today as they did for the most important games of their college careers. We've got our eyes on a lot of the biggest names here. But there's one of my fellow signal callers in particular we're all very excited to see test.
That, of course, this electrifying athlete at the quarterback position. And he's up next at the Combine's most popular event. It's time for the 40-yard dash. He's getting ready, down into his stance. And here we go.
Simply put, not a good time for him right there. Just didn't have the burst off the line or the long speed that he needed to.
Next up, the all-important test of strength for a future NFLer. It's chest day, baby. Turn on the bench press.
Well, we expected him to keep going for a while here. Bit of an early exit and underwhelming to say the least.
Well, every football fan knows this. Explosiveness and agility are so important at every position. And now we're going to see how much he has of both here in the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
All right, it is time for the fastest event of the Combine. It's a showcase of how well you can change direction. It's the 20-yard shuttle.
He certainly looked pretty quick out there. That was some nice agility to get through one of the tougher drills here.
All right, partner, the traditional drills are done. Now the all-important moment where he can make the throws they're going to need him to on Sundays.
Come on, let's finish strong. Ready, ready. Yes. Yeah. Go. Ready. We're almost there, a little more. Here we go, Shaq. Go. Yeah. You got that. Let's go now. Ready. Woo. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Woo. Go close, one more. Ready, ready. And up. on, focus.
There were some highlights from that performance, no question, but I'm not sure he answered all the questions or checked all the boxes that some of these scouts had with that kind of showing.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. A dump off for Abdullah. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yard.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
This crowd was on him pretty good after he threw the pick 6 a moment ago, and I don't think they're going to be any kinder here. First carry now for Alexander Madison, and he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll let this go for Adams. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Vegas. 45 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, Abdullah. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Second and 1. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
That's a good throw right there, and I know it's just the preseason, but let's face it, these reps are important for him. He's trying to learn a new playbook, hopefully mesh with his new receiving core. I know it's a lot to ask, but so far, he's looking pretty good.
They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game. That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys
I like
in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the 1st quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle.
Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free.
What's up, rookie? Welcome to the league. And I truly believe that you're going to be a star. But in order to make it and last in this league, it's going to take hard work. And the grind don't stop, baby. Because right now, the cheetah grinding, baby.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Cowboys and the Raiders, next on Madden Football.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And getting the nod here in the preseason, big opportunity for their rookie quarterback.
It may be a little bit of a cliche, but let's face it, everyone learns something every time they go out there, and it's even more important for a rookie quarterback to do exactly the same. He had his first experience last week. He's got a chance to be the starter in week 1 of the regular season, but he's going to have a lot of eyes on him here this week in the second preseason game. Can he improve his performance?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Yeah, that's a good throw right there. And our understanding is that he's probably going to play the bulk of this first half. It's only the second week of the preseason, but you can already see the connection he's got with his receivers and tight ends. And he's clearly enjoying himself so far. That throw, it picks up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got the rookie from Georgia. That's Brock Bowers. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy. but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The left side throw complete to Adams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, he's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players.
And we'll see how the rookie can bounce back after the interception on the opening drive. It's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they will set. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And
their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he'll be looking to snap a pretty unwelcome start to this. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Open man is Myers. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on...
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He struggled. His team has struggled. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive. And the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick.
He has taken his lumps in this one. 4 interceptions. Of course, that last one was returned for the touchdown. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And his throw is going to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker. That interception on the last drive, his 5th of the game. Thought that might be his last throw of the game, but alas, it is not. He's back out there. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because
so this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire
Ready, break! Hut! Here we go, here we go! Get up! Come on, set! Ready, ready? Okay, ready? Set, go! Let's go! Hot, hot! Set up! Ready? Ready? Go! Down! Ready?
The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
These preseason games, Mike, they could be a little bit tricky. For so many guys on the roster, it's just check the box. It's one more step to getting to the regular season. But for these young quarterbacks, you just can't place enough value on how important these game reps are. And here for a young quarterback who's looking to prove his worth, but potentially being the starting quarterback week one, how does he command the huddle? How does he manage a game-like atmosphere? Until you put him under the bright lights, you just don't know the answers to the questions. And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, shooting in there to bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for their... First carry of the game for Alexander Madison. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
He'll drop to throw. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's gonna set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young rookie quarterback is.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down. Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. That is not the way downfield. Incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback. And I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be a...
They'll run Abdullah. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. The veteran Leonard Floyd, they're on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Man in motion is Gallup. On the ground, Abdullah. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Third and 9. Back to throw. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Man in motion is Gallup. Here's Abdullah. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. 3rd down coming up.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike.
Here's a run with Abdullah. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
This has been tough to watch, Mike, really for a lot of reasons. And when you talk to everybody around this building, they know the future of this organization rests on the shoulders of this young rookie quarterback. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be missed throws and misreads. But 4 interceptions into today's game, you find yourself trailing.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. And the Niners are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in. It's Alexander Madison.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put two guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
In motion is Myers. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. A big play there for the Raiders. It's a gain of 43 yards.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all. Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to...
So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. And they appear ready for the regular season. They'll get a primetime battle to get the season underway. Jets and Niners. Monday Night Football from Santa Clara, 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific, right here on EA Sports.